What's up, homies? We about to do this. Smino. You know Smino? You don't know Smino? Well, we about to do his Black Swan album, and it's pretty good. I like it. I like it. Listen, 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 listen. Carry on. Smino's a new St. Louis rapper. I think he's new. I discovered his track actually on Apple Music. Thank God for Apple Music. You know, I heard some good things. Saw some good reviews, so I was like, might as well check it out. So starting off the review, we have Wild Irish Roses. And I like how it starts off very smooth and slow and sultry. It kind of casts this open invitation to like this girl, or I guess it's a girl. It's like a nice R&B song. I like it. It's a nice intro, nice smooth intro. Wild Irish Roses is nice. It's very catchy too. Then we move to Maraca. Maraca, Maraca, we make some shit. Maraca, Maraca, we make some shit. It has a cool regular flow to it, which I really like. I like the transition at the end of this song, as well as the blend of some other songs towards the intro into probably my favorite song on the album, which is Glass Flows. It's about this tumultuous relationship going on between this guy and this girl, and it's just not, you know, doing either of them favors. I like Glass Flows, especially Raven Lenae's addition to it. It's fire, and I love the bridge. How the bridge kind of takes it up a key, and Raven Lenae does her little runs at the end. Oh my goodness, Raven Lenae killed this song. The beat switches up around that time too, and it's just a wonderful track, man. I just love this track. I love Glass Flows a lot. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. On to the next song. Flea Flicker, that bounce. That Flea Flicker bounce. I like how Smino rolls up to the beat, and when the beat drops, it's like a bounce to it. The flow is real nice in the song. One of my favorite lines is when Smino does the cheese, the provolone cheese line, and ends with the goat. I kind of like that, all the cheeses and stuff. I don't know what it has to do with Flea Flicker, but it was a nice little, you know, combination of lines, and Smino really does that throughout, you know, the album. He has like little chunks where he has all these little metaphors and some like similarities between lines. And then next we have Spitshine, and Spitshine is, you know, kind of funny. Spitshine is about like Smino having this affair with this, I guess, apparently married woman who has a bevy of talents, and so Smino wants to get, you know, Smino likes those talents. It's a pretty dainty and shiny song, very summery compared to the ones before it. The ones before were kind of atmospheric and very synthetic. I think this one's very dainty and shiny, and it's kind of funny because it kind of switches that flow up, which I think is a nice little, you know, change of lane, change of pace. And after Spitshine, we continue summery, dainty flow into the next song, which is Netflix and Douce, the alcohol. So Netflix, not Netflix and chill, Netflix and Douce, we continue that jump. I like it because, you know, he's inviting this girl over to watch some movies and maybe even make some movies, because he does have the Douce. You know, what else are you gonna do with Douce besides also make movies? I think I like that nice little, I guess, skit at the end. It's a nice little reflection. I'm not exactly sure what it's all about. I didn't really read into it that much. And after this, we go to one of my other favorite tracks, which is Anita. I like this song a lot. This is arguably my second favorite song behind Glass Flows. Smooth production. Another funny tidbit is his chicken related lines he adds in there. I think he's just very passionate on the chorus, very passionate in the lyrics. I think Smino really brings out his energy in this song, which I really like. I also think the skit at the end is funny. I told you I was coming 15 minutes ago and you still doing yo her. After that we go to Lobby Call, which is a very slow and mellow song. Kind of short. I feel like it's also one of those interlude tracks, which I don't think really add much to the album. It fits the album, but I feel like we could do without it. There's another skit at the end, and I'm just kind of like, whoa, bro, third skit in a row? Like, come on, man. Like, I know skits are nice, but hey. But the guy does lead up to Edgar Allan Poe'd Up, which is another like very well crafted song. It's a drunken smooth reflection. The feature, I think his name is Bari, comes in with all the hiccups, which is a nice touch. The hiccups divide up the flow of the track, and I really like that how it adds at the end. Of course, the production is on point in this album, man. The production is fire. After that, we got Father, Son, Holy Smoke, like a fast, flowing reflection on current affairs like St. Louis. He mentions a couple of things in his hometown in there. I don't think it's one of the best songs, but it does add a change of pace to it. Next we go to B-Roll, which is definitely a lot different from the other songs because it transforms into this kind of upbeat, kind of hip-hop, R&B, soul-centric album into this like rock-influenced song. It has a cool, glitchy, rock and roll influenced production. The flow is crazy on this. Smino just goes ham with the flow on this track, and that energy and like the ecstatic flow with the production is like just a great blend. Some great layers in there. Next we go to Black Oscars, which apparently was supposed to be influenced by the whole Oscars So White movement. Because it was apparently influenced by that, I thought it was going to be more focused on that topic. But even though it wasn't centered on that topic, I think it was still a great track in general. Overall, it's not the most memorable or unique track, but it doesn't exactly take away from the album. Just like a lot of the other tracks that I might not necessarily think they're needed in the album, because the album is pretty lengthy in general, and I think some of them just don't add much to it except, you know, kind of display a couple of different talents by Smino. But I do think they don't take away from the overall project. Next, we're going to one of my other favorite tracks, moving on from the Black Oscars, is Black Swan. Man, I like this song. I think it's just a nice blend of the smooth verses with the chorus. The catchy chorus, man. I just gotta sing it all the time. After Black Swan, we go into Long Run, which is a nice layered build of a track. We have a couple fluctuations in kind of the tone, the energy, the pacing of it, which isn't a bad thing necessarily, because it kind of keeps you, it kept me interested in the album, the project. And I think the content in this one is one of the stronger songs, and he has like a little reflection on the violence in St. Louis, growing up and everything. There's a funny drunk girl skit at the end, even though he kind of shit on the skits and came back with it. That drunk girl skit was pretty funny. I don't know what it had to do with anything, but it was just funny. So I liked it. After that, we go to Intermission, which is ironically one of the later tracks, even though, you know, I guess we gotta take an intermission because either the girl was drunk or we already talked about, like, I don't know. It's short and pretty forgettable. Again, it didn't take away, but it's just the placement was a little odd. I did like the beat though. I like the flow. The content was okay. It's you know, we see a trend here. Next, we go to another like beautifully produced track called Silk Pillows, and this track is just, oh my gosh, the soundscape is absolutely amazing. It's glistening production with charismatic lines by both Smino and I think the feature is Kenya, and I like the, you know, that combination was just very well put together. And after Sick Pillows, after Sick Pillows, we have Ricky Millions. I like the song mostly because of the nostalgic chorus. Drea's voice blends in very well with the sound of the entire song. And so I think this is one of the good songs on the album. And lastly but not least, we have Amphetamine. A great conclusion track. One of my favorites, again, maybe my third or fourth favorite in the whole album. I like the change of pace from the beginning to the end. I like how it's extended. I like long concluding tracks for some reason. Smino here is talking about how he's thankful to be successful, but he kind of misses those simpler times. And I mean, it's not like a new concept for, you know, fame and everything, but I think he just blends it very well in this aspect, especially it being his first album. I guess he already, you know, tasted that fame. He already knows how that fame feels. He wants the simpler times, but you know, he's thankful for his position he's in because he was able to get out of St. Louis, Missouri, and all that stuff, and was able to like succeed in his own. Towards the end, of course, like I felt a No Name feature coming. Some of their sounds and some of these tracks are very similar off of No Name's Telephone, and I like how No Name was added into this. Overall, like Smino at the end, he rounds it out very well. He rounds out a long but very good album. I think the sounds and the production really carry it through. The tempos he works in, the flows he works in, and those catchy choruses are just extended throughout the entire album. I think it's just very strong. It's a great series of tracks interspersed by these interlude type short songs that don't really add much but don't take away. And I think because they don't take away, I think it still carries the vibe of the album pretty well. All of it sounds pretty cohesive. Granted, I think the order could have been a little rearranged, maybe to create more of a story or more of a story arc or, you know, concept to it. But being its first album, I guess he might try that for his next album. I think it's pretty consistent in terms of the sound and his energy and like what he brings to each song. Smino, you made me a fan. You got some catchy wordplay in there. You got some great songs, some great producers. You put together a great album. I'm interested to see what you have in the future. For this one, I'm just gonna go out and give it I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, man. Very interested to see what the future holds for my boy Smino from St. Louis. And that's it, you know. Black Swan. Ow. Black Swan.